Okay, welcome back to the next set of heats for the BOS Pre-Dreadnaught Era tournament. This was also recorded on a live open mic with a couple of different guests on Dama's Discord server. I hope you enjoy. Alright, so we've got the Riviera, which last time was up against the D13s, and it was basically just like a tail fight the entire time. And then the Vanna, I think it actually ran out of material when I was looking back and recording. It basically just kept chasing the Riviera until all of its material storage blew up, and it lost. Versus the Ugly, which beat the ever-loving heck out of the Bargerette, and I think its other victim was BWI's craft, wasn't it?
Sounds vaguely familiar.
Yeah. All right. So French versus pirate metal. Let's see how this goes. Big guns on the Ugly, and big guns on the Riviera, too. We already had a cram bounce. Man, the guns from the Ugly cut deep. They are already doing nasty internal damage. Which is not something that's easy to do against the armor that the Riviera has. Look at all of that layered metal falling off. Kind of want to... Yeah, that's exposed gun parts. Uh-oh. But I think, yeah, Kevin used zero clip. So, they're inert. Looks like this one's about to get exposed too. How's the Ugly looking? Capsizing. It's looking very capsizing.
Yes. Looks like a lot of the main guns are still active.
Looks like all of the guns are active. Except for like some of the deck-mounted secondaries. I'm kind of surprised this one's not trying to shoot.
Hey Bob, how you doing?
Hey, how's it going?
Howdy.
What's up?
We got here just in time for Frenchie versus Pirate Metal.
Nice.
Yeah. So far, so good. They're extremely even, with the exception of the Frenchie feeling a little bit capsizy. But the Riviera's got exposed gun parts already too, so it's this is close. It might come down to who capsizes first. Because we saw the Riviera went for some emergency belly rubs versus the D13s. Okay, so something went up, and I don't know where and I don't know who. Nothing obvious on either. They are both capable of just stripping layered metal away with their armaments, though. Two really, really heavy-hitting ships. Boy, they are just completely flat-tied, though. The crams from the Riviera. I don't think a single one is hit yet. Oh. That bounced off of wood. That bounced off of wood, too. Reinforced decking too strong, man. Looks like the Riviera is switching broadsides, crossing the front, which is better than the rear. Like, considerably better.
Yeah, I think that's built into the vanilla AI that you can have it switch sides after it hits a certain health percentage.
Yes, it is. You still kind of have to set it up, but and I don't know if Kevin used broadside AI or if he's got two circle ats. Ooh, we've got a dead gun on the Ugly class. How's the side armor over here holding up? Great. Actually, basically all the guns are still firing. Except for the main front APS, it looks like, has been taken out. But that might have been taken out from the other side. And I see gun parts falling out now. Riviera is slowly falling behind on percent. The ugly class still slowly Oh, no. It decided it was tired of leaning. Good for it. It's a good life choice. So we've still got 3 turrets. There's just so much metal on these turrets. They are just absolutely... This one's actually getting close, I think. But yeah, they are just absolutely jam-packed full of... Oh, well, this one might be disabled. They're just absolutely jam-packed full of metal. Looks like... Since there's zero clip... Oh my god, just look at all the autoloaders. Since there's zero clip, they're not exactly all gonna blow out, but man, they, certainly taking some
broadside guns are no joke.
Yeah, yeah.
Looks like the ugly has some very serious cavities. I would think that would affect its buoyancy after a while.
Yeah, but it looks like it has enough wood tossed into it to keep it floating.
Yeah.
We also we added a couple of roll rudders here at the back, which are very unlikely to get taken out, and they are extremely good at keeping it from capsizing. Because rudders have magical amounts of... Okay, so this gun's basically useless. Magical amounts of force in the game. I don't know if you guys saw that, but that gun... Ooh, okay, something went up somewhere. Looks like... Oh. Some ammo, and also basically the entire paddle wheel, it looks like. Does he have ammo inside the... I noticed in the last couple of matches with this that when the rear gets hit, he loses a lot of ammo on this. So I'm wondering if he's got it packed around this paddle wheel.
Oh,
Which would be
any.
Hmm?
I didn't see any.
Yeah, I didn't either. But the game went into bullet time, and I didn't see an ammo stowage on this thing going up. No. Uh-oh. The ugly class may only have one functional gun on target right now. The others don't appear to be able to bring their shots down. This one's basically like... I don't even know. I don't even know what to call that.
With a barrel that short, it's not going to get anywhere near its target.
Exactly. The same thing's going on with the front. They're just kind of... they're firing, but they're not useful. So it basically just has one secondary and then one casemate on target. Looks like both of these have been disabled. It could switch broadsides, but it doesn't look like... Oh. It may be trying to do so now, actually. Boy, I'm good at calling things. The cram is still alive.
At least she hasn't rolled over like last time.
Well, I mean, it has lost a lot of metal on both sides, so... Have you completed your turnaround, or are you dead in the water? Definitely struggling to keep from rolling over. The ugly is still ahead by 8%. So this is going to be interesting. We've got 1 minute and 20 seconds for the Riviera to close the health gap. In the meantime, it looks like the ugly is functionally disabled. I don't think it's returning fire anymore. but it's also stubbornly refusing to capsize.
I was gonna
And
say
also
that list
game.
is getting.
Oh, it's bad, but it's it has the power of roll rudders on its side.
That's about what, 30, 40 degree list?
At least, yeah. I think we're basically at 45. Could make a triangle out of this sucker. But I think, oh, it does have one gun on target. It looks like still. Saw a couple blocks falling off there. Hey, look at that! The main front turret got repaired up. But it's got 20 seconds to close the gap by 5%, and I don't think it's going to be able to do it.
Hello, Heitzmeister. How are you doing?
All right, that's Kevin's first loss. Just too much Oh, wow. Too much consistent firepower from the ugly class. Yeah, lots of wood packed in. That's why it's not sinking. Gotta love buoyancy.
Looking very religious, though.
Yes, it has fully
Holiest, some might
converted
say.
at this point. Kevin's ship makes some very, very good points, and the ugly class decided to convert, it seems. Wow, that was really close. Another couple minutes, and I'm pretty sure the Riviera would have won. But
Yeah.
7-minute timer, man. The ugly had more firepower, delivered more quickly. Awesome. That was really, really close. Great job,
Too bad
Sans.
she wasn't able to turn around to the other side, because it looked like there was a gun that was still active. It
There
just wouldn't have
was
been able
one
to...
secondary, yeah,
Yeah.
but I think what we may have run into is this. It almost might have been a good thing that it didn't try to face for a different broadside, because this thing uses differential steering, and I'm pretty sure if it tried to steer using differential at this point to turn around, it would have just sunk itself.
So, question: how do you decide on who gets to fight next? Do you use a random number generator, or how do you go about that?
Combination. So it's a random number generator, and then I also have things weighted, and then if the random number generator pulls up a duplicate or a craft from someone who had already submitted. So in other words, I didn't want it, just as an example, Fish submitted 2 craft and I submitted 2 craft. And I didn't want it to be like my 2 craft versus their 2 craft twice, because that's extremely boring and there's like no variety. So it's basically fooling around with a random number generator and the weighted brackets, which I had 3 of. I basically had like low seat, medium seat, high seat. The high seats were the ones that had high firepower and were close to the material and volume limit. Medium were the ones beneath that. And then if they had more wins than losses, they got moved up a seat. And then I tried to match seats against like seats, which is technically unfair to the higher seated craft. It puts them at a disadvantage because the lower seated craft are more likely to move up and to win and to get to the finals, but it also makes for more entertaining matches. It's convoluted and requires a lot of extra time on my part, but I don't mind. Usually when you do seated stuff, as I'm sure both of you probably are aware, like the way it works when it comes to sports and the like is, the top seeded teams are all faced against the low seeded teams, basically to blow them all out of the water and get them out of the running as quickly as possible so that the higher seeded teams can play each other. I don't like that, so I tended to always do like a hybrid seeding to make for more interesting and more enjoyable games. It was something I ran into with fighting games a lot, was like doing proper seeding was kind of a miserable experience for 3/4 of the people at the tournament, right?